Hello and welcome to Battlefield 4 News, episode 61. And today we're going to take a look at the battle packs that are available for sale, and we're also going to take some more looks at Hardline, as there's now a leaked trailer of Project OMAHA, which was Hardline's original development name. So you can now buy battle packs, and I think we all saw this coming when the battle pack system was introduced. What surprises me though is the price. £10 for 5 battle packs. Okay, they're gold battle packs, but it's still £10. So £2 each for a battle pack, but that means that buying these battle packs is more expensive than buying premium and getting the battle packs through that. So, is anybody actually going to buy these battle packs? I certainly wouldn't, because if you're new to the game, battle packs are easy to earn because you get one every level and you plough through levels. And if you're at the end of the game, why are you buying battle packs? You should have everything unlocked anyway. So, yes, you can buy battle packs. Yes, it's trying to make more money out of the game, but you don't need them, and most people don't want them. So, I don't really care that they're selling them. So, on to Hardline. And this is where I got to say, I got it all wrong yesterday. So I assumed this was going to be a replacement for Play for Free, when it turns out this is the replacement for Medal of Honor. As you know, they kind of killed the franchise with Warfighter, and it seems that Visceral Games has been given the task of coming up with the new franchise, and it's Hardline. So this is going to be a single player and multiplayer full spec Battlefield game. And we know this because an internal trailer has been leaked of Project OMAHA, and OMAHA was the name given to Hardline while it was under development, probably to disguise it as a World War II game. So EA have been quite strict about this trailer and are slamming it on YouTube with copyright strikes. So what you're going to see here is a few still images taken from that trailer. It is available if you search on Google or search on YouTube. I'm not going to provide a link to it because, like I say, EA are hammering this and having the thing taken down, because of course their official launch for it is only in a couple of weeks' time. And of course this is a trailer for OMAHA, not for Hardline, so what is in this trailer might not necessarily make it into the game. So what you can see on screen now is a screenshot from the single player. And as you can see, it's at night. So far there's no indication of nighttime multiplayer, but we can only hope that it's in there somewhere. So here we can see the zip line, and it would appear that the zip line is deployable across any 2 buildings, but from the way it works in the trailer, I'm assuming you have to actually hit a suitable target for the zip line to land on. This isn't the case for the grappling hook, which they say you can use on any building to get up to the roof. So every building will be rooftop accessible. I'm going to split the trailer down into sections, so let's start with the multiplayer modes. And the first of these is Heist mode. This involves a bank, and essentially the thieves have got to get into the bank, blow open the bank vault and steal the loot and get away from the bank. The cops have got to get to the bank, surround it and stop the thieves from escaping. So this is rather like a strange rush mode, where you have to rush the bank and get the objective, but you then have to rush away from the bank and take the objective with you. At the same time, the police are trying to defend the bank, defend the outskirts of the bank, and of course defend the escape point. So this is going to be quite an involved mode and is going to be quite a lot of fun by the sounds of it. Something I'm not quite so sure about is rescue mode, which it describes as a bank job gone wrong and the thieves have taken prisoners within the bank, and the SWAT has to storm the bank and release the prisoners. There's not many other details known, so we don't know what the respawning is going to be like, or if the prisoners are in different locations each time you play, or a randomised set of locations. But this could be quite fun as well. Next we have Hotwire, which seems to be their vehicle mode, and this involves the thieves escaping in vehicles from the police. The thieves are using civilian vehicles and the police are using armoured vehicles, police cars and helicopters. But one thing we have seen in this is an A-10. Yes, there are jets in Hardline. And the last mode shown in the trailer is the blood money mode, and this involves a large pile of cash that the thieves and the cops are both trying to get. So this will be in the middle of the map. Both sides will spawn in, and both sides have got to try and get the money and then get it to their base. There's no mention of team deathmatch, but I'm guessing that's because everybody knows what it is. Next we can take a look at the single player game. So Visceral are more known for their single player games, and it seems that they're trying to raise the bar for Battlefield single player in this game. They've said it's going to be almost episodic, like a TV show, and it looks like they're really heavily basing this on things like The Wire and The Shield. The plot involves you as a police officer with corrupt cops, villains, drug lords, billionaires. It seems to be quite a TV based kind of plot, and they've got quite a lot of TV voice acting talent in it from things like Justified and The Americans. So this could be one of the best single players we've had. And the screenshots you're seeing here are of the single player campaign maps, and Visceral have said that they're large and expansive, so hopefully we get to free roam around them rather than being stuck on rails. And we know that these single player maps, or a large number of assets from them, are going to form the basis of some of the multiplayer maps, so they do look quite impressive. Visceral have said they've done a lot of work on the AI in the Frostbite engine, and that the enemies in the single player are going to be a lot more intelligent than they are in previous Battlefields, and this is probably because Visceral have a lot more experience at single player games and AI programming. And Visceral are saying there's a lot of destruction and levolution in Hardline. In fact, they've got a whole section in their video called Take the Destruction Downtown. Here you can see a statue being blown apart in the middle of a gunfight. We've got an air conditioning unit crashing through the roof. So we're going to be seeing the same kind of destruction we've seen in Battlefield 4. So here you can see a couple of helicopters completely levelling a building. But what we're going to get that we haven't had in Battlefield 4 is a lot more use of smoke effects. This is a section in the video where you can see nothing because of the smoke inside a building. And there's another section with what I assume is going to be one of their Levolution events, which is blowing a bank vault. So I can see that things like blowing up bank vaults, gas stations will be Levolution events, but you'll still have the Battlefield 4 level of destruction. And yes, you can ride a motorbike off the roof of a bank as it blows up. So that's a look at some of what we can expect in Hardline. I don't imagine this is the trailer we're going to see from E3, because this one's labelled OMAHA rather than Hardline. But we have had an announcement from Visceral that yes, Hardline is their next game, yes it is the next game in the Battlefield franchise, and it will be fully announced at E3 in a couple of weeks' time. Now there's another section of the video which covers gadgets, and I'll cover those in the next episode. But in this episode I wanted to have a look at the multiplayer and single player game as a whole. Visceral have quite a reputation for their single player games. They've done the Dead Space franchise, and now they're moving on to a Battlefield franchise. And if they can bring the plot and atmosphere that they had in the Dead Space franchise into Battlefield, that is going to make the single player actually worth playing for once. Multiplayer wise, I'm not sure what experience Visceral have actually got, because I can't see anything on their games list that says this is a big multiplayer title. But so far I'm liking what I'm seeing. They're not rehashing Battlefield game modes, and they're not overcomplicating everything. It would seem that they've stripped everything back down to pretty much its essence. We've got a simple number of guns, a simple number of gadgets, and a simple number of vehicles. And that is kind of the experience I've been wanting. Not all that keen on the fact that we've seen A10 jets in the game, but hopefully they're restricted to the Hotwire game mode, which is the vehicle game mode, and we won't get them buzzing around when we're trying to have proper infantry battles. And that's what I'm expecting from this game. Close quarters infantry battles. Yes, there are going to be vehicles, but they're mainly going to be civilian vehicles or squat vehicles. We're not going to be dealing with tanks, we're not going to be dealing with APCs, we're going to be dealing with vehicles that infantry can handle. And for me, that sounds pretty much perfect. The biggest thing for me that we don't know about Hardline is its scale. Is this going to be a 64 player full Battlefield experience, or is this going to be a smaller Medal of Honor experience? The scale of the map certainly looks impressive and does look capable of supporting 64 players, but it might be that this is a 32 player game, and maybe that wouldn't be such a bad thing with the experience we've had with Battlefield 4. It's also going to be interesting to see what they've done with the netcode. Is this based straight on Battlefield 4's engine, or have they changed it? Now, are there going to be more leaks of this Battlefield Hardline? Well, of course there are, because these aren't leaks, these are marketing pushes. They know that people were going to dig straight through Battlelog when it was updated, and for some reason they updated Battlelog now with details of Hardline when Hardline isn't being released until the fall. So I think they were just getting the rumour mill started to build up the excitement for E3. In the next episode of Battlefield 4 News, we're going to have a look at the gadgets from the video, and we're also going to have a look at some character models that have been leaked. The video all these stills have come from is copyrighted by EA, and they are defending it quite vigorously. Hopefully the fact that I'm using stills means that this won't get hit for copyright, and if it doesn't, then the next one will be up soon. Thanks for watching.